Excellency, we have a common commitment towards growth and prosperity. However, these are endangered by the shared threat of cross-border terrorism that both our nations face. We must coordinate efforts to combat terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. We appreciate your sensitivity towards India's security concerns.
During the American occupation, there was many ups and downs that happened. However, throughout this time, we never gave a statement against India. Rather, we always sought good relations with India. We will not allow any group to threaten anyone else or use the territory of Afghanistan against others.
In a first since 2021, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is meeting the Taliban's Foreign Minister Amir Muttaqi in Delhi. It's a signal, subtle but strategic, of India re-engaging with Kabul. The visit comes after the UN temporarily lifted travel bans on Muttaqi, allowing him to attend this trip. It marks the first official meeting at this level since the Taliban took power in Afghanistan in 2021. So why now? Well, India and the Taliban, two former adversaries, now find themselves pushing back against the same external pressures. Recently, Trump asked the Taliban to turn over the Bagram air base to Washington 5 years after an agreement with them that allowed the US to withdraw from Kabul. The Taliban, however, refused the proposal. At the recent Moscow format talks, India, Pakistan, China, Iran, Russia, and 4 Central Asian nations with Afghanistan also opposed the US push to re-establish a military presence at Bagram Air Base. A foreign power controlling a launch pad for counter-terror operations was seen as a threat to regional balance. After the Taliban takeover, India closed its embassy, but kept humanitarian and technical engagement alive. India has invested heavily in Afghanistan, dams, schools, and more. But India is not recognizing the Taliban as the legitimate government, not yet. The public and diplomatic stance remains cautious. The Taliban, for its part, is pushing for formal recognition. What does India want from this engagement? Well, for starters, assurances that Afghan soil will not be used for terrorism targeting India. Muttaqi has already given verbal assurances about that. At the same time, the visit subtly signals a jab at Pakistan. Kabul's criticism of past terror attacks in India-administered Kashmir has strained Taliban-Pakistan ties, giving India a window to strengthen its influence and promote regional security. Then there's trade and connectivity. India sees opportunities via routes like the Chabahar Port in Iran, which can bypass Pakistan and connect Afghanistan to Indian markets. Also, people-to-people ties remain strong. Thousands of Afghan students, refugees, and scholars, India hosts many. Keeping that link alive is part of what this visit is about. On the Taliban side, this visit is about international legitimacy. India is a major regional player. Recognition by New Delhi would carry weight. But risks are high. Critics will say that engagement could legitimize a government with a controversial human rights record. There's concern about women's rights, minority protections, and whether the Taliban will honor agreements. So what might emerge from the Jaishankar-Muttaqi meeting? We may see a roadmap to reopening diplomatic ties, progress on trade infrastructure cooperation, agreements on security guarantees, and India possibly offering development support, albeit carefully. In short, India is testing the waters, not a full embrace, but a calibrated move to remain relevant in Afghanistan's future. We will keep tracking the story. Stay tuned to Mint.